Well, good morning, world. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead and type the number 1 in the comment section. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. And yes, I'm on fire this morning, man. I feel awesome. Probably one of the best night's sleep I have had in a very long time. Don't know why. Don't know what I did different, but I'm happy to have it, right? So I woke up so refreshed this morning. I've already done 5 videos before we even start this show at 8:30 in the morning. So I am stoked. Thank you, everybody, for those ones. Morning, Kevin. JR, good morning, Robert. Good to see you again. Erica, welcome. Miguel, how are you, sir? Joan, say hey. Excellent. Good. Glad you made it. Morning, Ed. All right. Evelyn, everybody. Awesome sauce. There you go, Evelyn. You know, it's funny how we pick phrases up, right? I am a big NCIS fan, whether it's New Orleans. I like New Orleans a lot. The other one I love, but just kind of gotten over it. It's been on too long, watched it too long. And one of the guys on there uses Rock On like Donkey Kong. And I seem to be picking that phrase up a lot lately. My wife looked at me the other day when I said it. She goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I know. She said, "Do you use that when you talk to people on the events?" I said, "Sometimes." She goes, "You realize there are going to be people on there that don't have a clue what Donkey Kong is, right?" I said, "Yes, I know. Oh, goodness. Hey, say hey, you rock. Appreciate it. Thank you. Paul, welcome. So as we get going this morning, folks, keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice and or recommendations. And if you like what you see and you want to see those 5 videos that I've already done today, right, and others like that, make sure you follow along with what we do, right? Not only here on YouTube, but some of those videos will go to Instagram. Some of them will go to YouTube Reels. Some of them will go on Facebook and or Twitter and or Instagram. So just follow along with anything that you are looking at for us. And I hear it all the time. But Rob, I don't use social media. Awesome. Create the accounts. Don't tell anybody you got it, and just follow Wealth Builders and keep up with what's going on for the market. All right. So with that, let's go ahead, jump in. I want to look at the pre-market this morning and take a look first at what's going on with futures. All right, so ES is number 1. Let's go look at the ES. All right, so we're going to grab a pencil. So this is the 5 p.m. close on Friday. This is the 6 p.m. open on Sunday. Same line, right? We had a small gap up. We went up a little bit, dropped down to a break even. We broke through a little bit, put a new bottom in, broke that. A little concerning last night as I saw that we might be a continuation of lower highs and lower lows. But then we got our bounce, right? And we came back out of that, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever it was, right? Ish. We got up into the new day, right? We moved up. We fell off about the European Open. We started to have a descending triangle, which we broke out of to the upside, right? Which was wonderful. Okay. So right now we're up about 6 points. It ain't nothing great, but with what's happening in the markets, anything to the upside right now has got to be deemed as good, right? YM, which is the Dow. I know they had somebody on CNBC this morning that had said, yeah, we're going to be down on the S&P this year. And they were talking a couple percentage points at best by year end. So we'll see. I think the elections will play a lot into it. So the Dow is up right now, 23 on the morning. Similar picture as to what happened in the overnight on the ES. Then we look at NQ, which is up 31 points right now. So they're doing well. I don't know why TradeStation lately has just been very much a bear opening up. All right, so they're up, as I said, about 31 points. The RUT, they had a nice run this morning, gave a little bit back recently. They're only up about 20 cents from where their closing price was. So kind of flattish. Bitcoin. Oh, talk about getting some legs, baby. What in the world happened, right? You know, we talked about that 38,000. I like 38, right? I wanted to see some congestion there. If you saw in some of the previous shows, not worried as much on the breakdown. If I change this here to a 15-minute candle, right? So you can see as we, let's go to a 30-minute candle. Okay. You can see this breakdown we had. And if you look at 38,000, we're here, right? We pushed, ran up and failed and then just collapsed. I wanted to see some hanging out at 38. We pushed back up here to about 38 and we failed again. We got a nice compression pattern here. We broke to the downside of it, came back up to about 38 again, right? Hung out there before the explosion that took place. Let me go back to 5. Before the explosion that took place, there's our 38 in the overnight session from Friday, right? In Friday's trade, right? What a great move. And then we moved into Sunday, which is where we are now in the overnight, right? So Bitcoin right now is up about 2,000 points. Never thought I'd be trading something that went up 2,000 points a day, not dollars. Now I can make $2,000 on a trade. That I'm used to. It's 2,000 points, right? Ethereum, come on now. All right. Ethereum's up 122 points right now, so it's back over 3,000. Gold had a similar pattern in the, from the pre-market, the earlier market times till now of the run up. I'm just not having the luck opening them up, guys. So I may leave the last one closed. So gold right now is up 9 points, and crude just bust right through that $90, right? All the way up to 93-ish on Friday. And right now we're sitting at about 92. So we're going to ring the bell, baby. We're going to hit that 100. Ding, 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 ding. I don't think we'll stay there, but I think we're going to hit it. Yep. So Hey said you wanted congestion at the 38,000 to play the pressure cooker, maybe. Absolutely, Hey. And what I'm looking for is I wasn't looking for the stock to just shoot down and bounce up. I wanted some capitulation. I wanted the break. I wanted to come back up. I wanted some failure. I wanted to come back up, run a little bit, fell back again. All that does is it gives me strength in the area. The single knife point to a level and then we bounce. It may work for right now and it may become a good trade, but I hold Bitcoin for a longer term. I hold my BITO for a longer term. I hold Ethereum for a longer term. Any crypto product is more of a longer term. I'm not in and out with crypto as I might be with an Amazon or so forth, right? So I was looking for that to happen there, Hey, but you're right on. I mean, you're spot on with it. I'm looking for a compression there, and then we look for the breakout. I don't trade BTO, Erica. Just never have. I've made the investment in BITO instead. But BTO, I've seen it before, just haven't really spent the time on it. But for others here, there's another choice, right? I want to take a look at our economic reports today. We got nothing that's not yellow. Yellow doesn't really interest me. I don't care in yellow. Let's see. I don't want that. I want, let's try this. I think that'll work. So everything in here today, you got 3 p.m. consumer credit. So you want to know that it's out there. If something wacky happens at 3 o'clock, you want to be sure that you know that you're in a trade and you want to know what's happening. For tomorrow, all yellow, everything by 10 o'clock, it's over tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we get a couple of orange reports out there. FOMC speaks. 2 Fed members speak. And then Thursday's the day, right? Well, we'll put unemployment claims in there also, right? CPI, Consumer Price Index, how expensive is it costing consumers price-wise, and then unemployment claims. These are going to be 2 huge numbers to be focused on, right? So we want to know about those, right? So you want to make sure that you know what's going on in the markets. You can check all if you want to and know what's happening pre-market or not pre-market, but during the market. If I was doing this, I would definitely get rid of the yellows and focus more on the orange and red only. So you could see the Canadian here. You've got a Fed governor speaks. I don't know how much that bothers us, right? Here for the pound, you've got governor speaks and so forth, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. So normally we've got a nice long list of candidates that have monthly options on them. You get 2 or 3 week. You got a nice long list of weekly options, 2 or 3 that have monthly options. Today it's a little different. We only have 3 that had weekly options on them and a handful, 5 or 6 that are monthlies. And I'm so disappointed in one of them in particular. Actually, there's more than one that I like. We'll see if we can't find something on them, but we do have 3 companies to take focus and stock in today. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the very first one is Peloton, right? So Peloton, they have not put themselves up for sale. They've not gone out for bid to say, hey, guys, we're taking offers. But they have been approached from what we're hearing. And they've been approached by Nike, and they've been approached by Amazon. Amazon wants to rule the world. This is just another step in that direction, right? So that shot them up over 20% in pre-market, right? They're up 30% right now. So just fantastic, right? Just great moves. I mean, this all came into play on Friday, and it's just followed through today. So if we look, Peloton does have weekly options on it. So, well, actually, let's go look at the daily chart first. So let me do 2 things. Let me make that a little smaller and this a little bit bigger. I just like to see my Fibit in there so I know what numbers I'm dealing with. Okay. So here's Peloton. Now they have earnings. Oh, man, we got to be so careful there. They got earnings coming out. I think it shows the 8th here. You always want to confirm earnings. Never trust anything until you get a confirmation on it. But we've had an overall bearish just yuck right there, right? And right now on Peloton, we're sitting at $32. So we got above. We're in that neutral bias right now. So this has to be something that we're in and out of. I mean, this is showing the 8th. Today is the 7th. This is tomorrow. So this has to be a day trade for today. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at. Stock above 32. I'm looking at either a long call. Let's see. Where is it exactly right now? 32.02. Yeah, it's actually 32.5 is where we need to be above, guys. Right there. Okay. Because we're just under it now. Above the 32.5, retest the 32.5 and bounce. There's the long call. All right. And then I'll be looking at a bull put spread. It's got to only be for today below 32. So I do like the call. For my trades, I like the calls better. Amelia, who's our head trader at wealthbuildershq.com, she's a huge fan of intraday credit spreads. Actually, many of them, she's in and out of 10, 15, 20 minutes. She'll take in 60 cents in credit and give back, 20 to buy herself out of the trade. She does a lot of credit, a lot of debit spreads, all of them intraday for her. All right. So let's go back and look at what we can get. So if we're looking at a bull put spread, now our numbers may be off a little bit because we're up $7.50. But if we look, I want to see. Yeah, I mean we're way off, right? I want to see this. No, it was 32, not 42. Okay, so it's $32. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see where the numbers settle out, guys. These are way too high. But I got a $1 spread here, right, on my strikes. Right. So if I could sell the 32 at 810 and buy the 31 at 723, yeah, brown on rice, baby. Taking that kind of credit, very much so. We just got to see what it looks like when it opens up. All right. So that is number one. Snow. No, I don't want any. I got plenty out there. Actually, most of it's gone. We've had plenty. I'm done for the year, for my life, forever. No skiing, no snow tubing. I'd be happy with it. If snow went away, I'd be good. All right. Besides the effects on the earth. So we're up $14 on snow. They got an upgrade from Morgan Stanley. See, big name, big upgrade, right? Has a lot of effect. So let's go take a look at snow. Let's look at their daily chart. All right. Overall pattern has been bearish. I'm going to put this on the other screen for now, guys, just so I can keep up with it. 290 is what we're looking at right now. This fib has already changed, right? We are no longer using that Fibonacci. Snow is not one that I regularly trade. So until we see what we see today, the news is driving it. I'm not looking to redraw. I don't check them every day. My regulars I check every day. All right, so 290. Boop. All right, first things first, we need to drop in a 100-point level. All right, so what does that mean? We're going to snap a horizontal line. I really don't care where it winds up. I'm going to change it to 300. That's why I don't care where it winds up. I'm going to go to dash dot, and I am going to go to this darkest red on, for me, the third row of Omega charts. And I'm going to click OK. That's my 100-point level, which puts me right at okay. Nice. I like it. Right at the 50 percentile line. We're sitting right now at 290. So we've got 282 here with a confluence there. We got to be careful, guys. I mean, we're in the middle. We're at 290, which puts us about $8 off of the support and $7.50 under resistance. So we're right dead center. So caution in there, but I would be looking for pivot points. And I'd be looking at either a long call or possibly a bull put spread. But I do like the long call best for snow. All right, our next one is Spotify. We'll put it in there and get it locked and loaded. We'll come back here. And what's going on with Spotify? Joe Rogan's back in the news, right? So more artists have backed away. Spotify came out and said, we do not condone what he did, but we don't think getting rid of him is the answer, right? And the reason for it is it's not good for their stock, right? It's not good for their paychecks. So whether you believe in what he's doing or not, it is what it is. From that perspective, we all have our own opinions, which are like belly buttons. They're really not worth anything after about the first week or so, right? So if you like it, don't like what he said, you agree with them, don't agree with them, I don't care. You know, for myself, I care of, is there a way I can make money with it? And the answer is yes. Short term, I could look at potentially making some cash on this. So we're sitting at 170 right now. So we failed, but where are we? We're still above that 169 level. So I want the stock below 169. And I'll be looking at a bear call spread above 169 and possibly a long put. Either one. Let me give you another level. 36 to 66, 30. Yeah, we need to split that level. We need to fib it inside of here. Perfect. All right. So if we do fail, we're looking at that 153 level, guys. So it gives us 17 point more to the downside. So I like it a lot. All right. So that's next. Right now, we're going to break down. That was the three main candidates right now. That's the three main candidates right now. Let me see there, Amos. Amos said we need to redraw on Spotify. Yeah, you know, we probably could. Amos, I'm not even paying attention to it being the negative 618. So we probably should draw from here. That gives us about 238 to 175. Good point, Amos. Good catch. So let's do that. Amos is in some of our higher level coaching that we do here at Wealth Builders, and he's picking up on Fibonacci stuff that we should be doing from the trainings. All right, so let's see, 44 to 64 is 20. We don't need to split that level. All right, so we're still sitting at 170, so we're up here, right? So using this fib, Amos, we're in the same scenario, right? So caution for sure, below 164 would give us our best bet. I don't see that happening today, and if it does, that would put us at 76, and that would put us already a $10 move just to get to the level of break me down there. I wouldn't mind seeing us retest the 182 and fail. That would be great because we've got a confluence up there. All right, perfect. So as we look at the other candidates, folks, remember, we've got a ton of candidates that are monthly today and heck of a lot less that are weeklies. So let me bring this up a little bit since they're all days, so we're good. ENR, right, which is the Energizer Bunny, keeps going and going. They have earnings coming out. They had earnings coming out, or came out, I should say. So they're up $1.33. It's okay. Nothing crazy about it. Hasbro. Also monthly options. They're up $1.88. I mean, Earnings, right? It was earnings. That's a big one. Tyson Foods, TSN, is our next one. They're up $6. Guys, I like this a lot. Now, for those of you that don't know, Tyson Foods meat, right? Chicken, things like that. And I'm sure many of you know that already. But what they also are doing is they are stepping into the alternative meat product, right? The Beyond Meat type stuff, the Impossible Burger, Impossible Chicken, Impossible Shrimp, whatever, right? They're stepping into that realm. And I saw an interview with one of the top executives, might have been the CEO, and it was almost, if you can't beat them, join them, right? If you can't stop people from eating it, we should probably go ahead and start making it, right? Whether you like it, don't like it, agree with it, disagree with it, it's not like it's any better for you. When it comes to the, meat grown in a petri dish versus meat, and they all have the same fats, the same saturated, the same this, that, and the other to get the texture, to build the muscle, all of that is very similar, right? It's more of the not harming animals, right? From a vegan standpoint. And I'm all for that. Absolutely all for that. The only meat that I normally eat, and that's usually once, maybe twice a week, is chicken. Other than that, I pretty much eat everything else I'm not supposed to, but not meat. Right? So this is big. I like them a lot. I like Tyson a lot. Problem is they have only monthly options. Now, we are only 11 days away. So I can look at and say, okay, what would this be on Tyson Foods? What would this be for me to want to take a trade on this? You know what? I'm going to go over to my lines, and I'm going to get rid of the extensions right. Let's just put none. Actually, okay, we could extend left. That's fine. And then let's do the same thing here, only extend it left. And the reason is I want to go ahead and add a Fibonacci on this. Move up, kind of a sideways move. Good move up, good move up. Great pullback. Perfect. Distance in here is greater than $1. And guys, if you're trying to figure out what I'm doing here and why, go over to tradinglikeaboss.com. Sean, can you drop that link in, please? And you've got Fibonacci today's power indicator. Go ahead and enroll in that. Get it. It's a 3-day training series. Every day you get a 1-part series, one of the 3 parts, right? And it'll go over why we're redrawing the fibs and the way we're doing it and so forth, right? So with that being said, we're sitting with Tyson Foods right now at 94. So where does that put us? Oh, look at that. Right up against, I call it bumping our head on ugly. We're there. We're hitting our head on that resistance level, which is at 94.06. And right now we're at 94.14. So, we got above. Yeah, by 8 cents. That doesn't excite me, or 6 cents, or whatever it is, right? That really doesn't excite me at all. But can I get a move above the 94, a retest of the 94, and a bounce? If I can, then that's awesome. If so, I want the stock price above 94, right? So if I look at a 92, let's see. Wow, look at this. If I look at a 90.87.5 credit spread, which puts me down, we said 94, it puts me $4 below my risk factor, which is my support line. Right? So if I buy the 90, if I sell the 94 and buy the 87.5, we're looking at 350. So that's 38. $1.38 on a 250 risk. I'm getting more than 50% on this trade. Right now, I've got to deal with it for 11 days. So that's the only concern there. If you're looking at, what if I just buy a directional option, Rob? I'm going to trade it for today. Guys, they're all 100 Delta. Delta gets very screwed up when you get to weekly options, especially when you have companies like a Tyson that's not a very active company. I would go to the highest one I can get my hands on with enough open interest, right? Here I'm at 100 Delta, 1 Delta, but we're talking about $4.50. Not a lot of money whatsoever, right? So I do like Tyson, okay? Hey, guys, I only have a couple more left, so go ahead and drop in the symbols that you want me to take a look at, and we'll jet through those pretty quickly. All right, next, let's put this out of the way. Let's get TradeStation back. ZBH, is our next one. Also earnings, Zimmer Biomet. They're down $9, 7%, $113 stock. They are optionable. They have no open interest on them at all for their front month, for their call options. Their put options does have some on open interest, but I'd be looking at a bear call spread on these guys. A bear call spread or a long put. All right, the only two I've got left is ULCC. Who? Rob, only got 19 cents. Why do we care about Frontier? Well, we care about them because SAVE is being merged with them or really bought by them, right? SAVE is Sprint Airlines. They are up $2.73, 15.5% they are up today. 15.5%, guys. That is tremendous for any company. We go and look at their options, and here's my big disappointment. It's monthly. Okay. So what do we got going on here? Well, actually, let's go look here at SAVE. Now, there's still government approval needed, all that good stuff, right? Save SAVE at 24.5, 23, 24. Man, it's up here, guys. So I would be using that level right there as my support level. So I would want to see price above 24. So you got the stock price above 24, and we're looking for a bull put spread below 24 or a long call with a delta of 65 to 85. Now, look at the price of this, guys. Here's my favorite part of it. Watch. If I can sell a put with around a 20 delta, if I could sell this 20 put today and take in 51 cents, someone can make me buy it it's at 24.5. They can make me buy it at 20, and they're going to pay me 50 cents for it. If I can do that, right? Ding, ding, ding. 3 check marks next to that baby for sure. That's the first position I'll be looking at today as market opens. All right. So that's the last of my candidates. Let's go take a look at yours. Frankie is asking for ABC. Symbol is 1, 2, 3. Something like, huh? All right. They're not moving in pre-market. Let's go look real quick at ABC. Excuse me. Let's put a fib. All right. So they're flat right now. So I like them, Frankie. I like it a lot. I love the pattern. I love the spreading of the moving averages, all of it. Right? Let's go back here. Let's scrunch this down just a little bit. Okay. 35 to 41 is 6. I don't need a fib. Oh, 666 is the fib. I don't need a fib in there, which is good. We've got a confluence of the 8. All good, Frankie. I'm going to write this one down, Frankie, for me. Right? ABC. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate it. I'll be looking at this one today as the market opens. But I like the pattern. If we can get a retest of that 135 and a bounce, would be fantastic. 135.26, 136.75. A wick stretching down a little bit might work as well. We're past earnings, it looks like, so we're good there. So life is good. All right, so there's ABC. Andres is asking for Apple. All right, redraw on the fibs. Ever since we've taken off power option plays, I just don't trade it as often any longer. All right, so they're up 14 cents right now. Actually, no, that's not them. That is ABC. So pre-market Apple's up 79 cents right now, puts them at 173. So they're kind of in the middle there. So Frankie, just be a little cautious with, Andres, be a little cautious with Apple right now, hanging out in the middle. Look for pivot points. All right, I hope that helps. Erica is asking for SPY. All right, SPY is up a little bit, I think. At least they were when we started. Still up 79 cents right now on SPY. Puts them, nope, that's still Apple. They're up $1.04. It puts them at 449 3/4. So it puts me, so here we go, right? Look at it, Erica. Where are we? 449 3/4, 450.37 is resistance. Bumping our head on ugly. And what's happening there? We've got a 21 moving average right there that's going to slow us down. So definitely be cautious. I'd love to see us get above the 150 to take anything bullish at all. I hope that helps, Erica. And right behind you, Erica, is Paula with the Qs. QQQ. Okay. Where are we today? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? All right. So we're at 358 on the close. We're at 359. We've got a little bit of room up to that 362, but we're a little bit on the high side there. I really would rather see us get above the 362. SPY, Qs, any of these setups that don't line up with the daily fibs, look for pivot points. Always look for pivot points. Robert said Facebook. It's a book. All right. Ugly is the word. Right? I wouldn't mind if it was ugly enough to make Zuckerberg be gone. 238.5, we'll call it. We're up at 250. Guys, where are we? 30, 50, 21. I don't need a fib in there. We're still in the middle. So everything would work off of pivot points on Facebook, Robert. I would be real cautious here with Facebook. Evelyn asked for SPY. We already did that one. Derek's asking for the XLE. Right? Energy is just rocking. I still have one open position on it. Loving it. Just killing it. So I think it's about a double right now from when we got it. So XLE is flat. It's down 7 cents. So a pullback to that 67.13, the 8 moving average, is probably what I would look for. If I'm going to apply a fib here, I'd be looking in here. All right. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So there we go. See where we are? We're right up at a resistance level right now. So which may be why it's hesitating. So we didn't see it before. We saw it stop. We had no idea why. We snap a fib. Oh, now we know why. Right? Hope that helps, Derek. LMT is one of the two that Extra Touch asked for. Let's see. Kind of sideways, kind of pull back. Okay, so we can put a fib in here. $0.50. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let's see where this is, where Lockheed is in pre-market. Flat. Don't know if anything even printed. It's still showing a 0. Not even sure if anything printed on it. Definitely has weekly options, which are good. So the last price we're showing is at 389. Let's see. 81 to 94 is 13. We don't need a fib in there. So you could use the bounce off of the 8 moving average. Just realize you've got all this room down to 381.5 to support. Right? That's the only caution extra on LMT. And then last one was PG for extra. Ooh, nice channel. Okay. So let's go look at PG's intraday. So they're down 33 cents right now. I need them above that 162. It's a slightly higher high, but yeah, I need them above that 162 to take anything bullish on it. And we're looking at 166.5 extra touch to get to a resistance level. Right. So I hope that one helped. Amos said Facebook last Thursday, bear call spread 257.5, 260. Took in 40 cents. Thanks, Rob. Yep, we didn't have a show on Friday, guys, so I didn't go through the pre-market, the trades from last week because we didn't do anything on Friday. But there you go. Glad it worked out, Amos. I mean, 40 cents, one contract, $40, 10 contracts, $400. is it worth coming to the show in the morning to make an extra 40 to 400 bucks on a couple of contracts, right? Well worth it. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, and I'll see all of you mañana at our next show. All right. Take care, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye.